So good evening to everybody who has come here tonight. I wish you all a warm welcome, and it's very much a privilege to welcome Khenpo Sodaji here to Oxford to give a lecture to us this evening. My name is Catherine Hardy. I'm a DPhil student at the Institute of Social and Cultural Anthropology here at Oxford, and it's in the course of my DPhil research, actually, that I got to know Khenpo Sodaji, so I really feel it's a great honour to have him here on Oxford turf and to share in this opportunity. So Khenpo Sodaji, many of you may be very familiar with his background, and some of you might not know so much. It's certainly no exaggeration to say that he is really one of the most influential Tibetan Buddhist teachers in mainland China today. So Khenpo Sodaji's role at Larongga from quite early was as a translator of Chinese for the founding Lama of Larongga, Khenpo Jimi Phuntsok. And his role really grew from there. Over the past 10 or 20 years, he's been the director of the Department for the Teaching of Buddhism to Chinese students at Larongga. And over this time, a total of 31 Khenpo, or fully qualified scholarly Chinese monks and nuns, have graduated from Larongga and proving to be very significant in the spread of Tibetan Buddhist teachings in mainland China. But it's not just in terms of his teachings and efforts at Larongga that he's well known in China. Over the last 10 years in particular, he's expended a great deal of effort and has been very influential in terms of his efforts to bring Tibetan Buddhist teachings to lay audiences in mainland China. And he has done this through the publication of many books, the publication of DVDs, and in general adopting a genre of teaching that brings the teachings or enables the teachings to address the real-life situations of many students. His outreach activities have involved university visits, both in mainland China. He has visited some of the most prestigious and well-known universities. He's really made great efforts to interact with young people. And over the last couple of years, has also had chances to travel overseas and interact with Western audiences as well. He has notably been at the vanguard of utilizing modern technologies such as the internet and social media, etc., to bring Tibetan Buddhist teachings to a wider audience. So Khenpo Sodaji is, there's no argument, he is a very pivotal figure in the contemporary Buddhist scene in mainland China and beyond. He's a bridge between culture, and it's a great honor to welcome him here this evening. And if you could all join me in giving him a clap and welcome him tonight.
알았습니다. 대랑더니 도mer 더니 롭잔더니 길근다 롭마 더니 잠바 쾌바조 탐칠라 ngazu wopagal churtata 더니 도mer 자시델럭시진
I would like to say Dashidelek an auspicious greeting, extend an auspicious greeting to all of you, to the professors, to the students, and to the other guests who have gathered at this university.
드니 탐칠라 너타비 판선 까차 롤랑 로종 시기우 고르급숑 알라 닝우니 있나 고르금도 담전 시기다나 드니 참말합가전 체지와연
And I would like to seize this opportunity to have a discussion, to have a conversation, and to exchange your opinions. And I would like to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity.
다들은 조네 샤키도 마체가 푸섬 대전도 마체가 기름 그 줬다나 다가지르고 드니 명출 단도초 더금 찬잠즈 쇼츠비약 대니나 단 디스탕아 런거 지금 냠뇽 담제니 난자가 tani ranga matse ga kostok da rirwa ga tani kacha nyong kherna bala jikin.
Today I have been asked to speak about ideals in my life, objectives in my life, and the process, my own experience, private experience, the process that I have been through, experiential process that I've been through, and also my experience of translation. And I will be speaking briefly on these themes.
다 ngalam sonna 단 직된디 감스고네 tani parchir lor ngapchi nangzare 다 lor ngapchi nanga tani ji zambulanga netsir cheche chongchong tamchibo ji nyerwar yachimboz shongre tani ji da lor gebadan nimotsortavi ngala ji nyamnyongdana the nyongtsur de zamskyo 말이다 옛나양 회나 ರಂಗ ಮತ್ಸೆಲಾರ್ ಜಿಟಂದಾನ ಲೋರ್ಗಿಲಾತ ರಿಶಿರ್ತಿ 쉬지잔즈기네나 ತನೆ지 ರಂಗ ಮತ್ಸೆದ 다리 돈좀 바가 송아스타더리 지 당아츠 코리 제르코난 자가 아츠 더건 차롱 숑이 흥압슈가 더 네츠강당 강상노다나야 디 머첸데라 지 잠올은 그 여도 몽즈도 통근도 뇽덕 디모가 마바즈레
I was born into this world 50 years ago, so I have been here for 50 years, and during this time lots of both minor and major transformations has taken place in the world. I can't say that I have the experience of a very old person, but I have over the years, I have accumulated my own experience, and when I look back at my life, I can see that the environment I was born and brought up in, and the world, I look at the world, and wherever I look, there has been dramatic transformations. And as Kadhadila said, that I was born at a time that there was a dramatic changes taking place, both before I was born and after I was born.
당아이나 다 담보 직된 감스 기회 내급도 치모즈레제나 나츠 코릭데라 더 아마츠 주지르제이다는 뜨근지 로 지그다 아니가 와르다 무임 첨보즈 숑에다는 뭐 치망보즈도 드네 다리가 시오너리 다 띠갑고 지그 회나 나츠 년코르 차갑상노 땅내나 지금 시발 계기다나 디모그 진차 총리 그거 띠 캬버잔즈 숑뇽제 다 띠지스 그거 니르동 지그 직체 레니로 드네 다 계기가 띠소트 지금 띠소 하장 교보 데네 르네 그 타드니나 하장 교보 코리 그 타드니나 지금 자마 르고나 까모 데네 지 쇼강트 그 락소 제르고나 텔레장 지 파르치와 메파르타베 치요드니 디럽 디모즈가 그 직텐 감스고너레
I came into this perishable world at a time there was dramatic campaigns and movements going on. For instance, at that time, the democratic reform was taking place, and also it's during this time, about two or 3 years, there was famine, there was large-scale death, and also there was a cessation of birth rates. During that time, there very few people were being born. And so I was born in 1962, around this time, and this was a very hard time in terms of living standards and in terms of also receiving education. It was quite a challenging, grim time that I was born. I came into this world.
지망아 총총인데 야라. 드니 파르치르 롭 지지기 야르면서 간세 드니 이게 논기 고르급 용용 말에 그 파르치아다 그다 르조 종수이 다 디어니급나 지 코리 처절건로 다 지금 회나 레즈 뇨르건이나 레이그즈 이다나 이게 다른 전쇼즈가 되는 뇨르고 막독제면은 강무 지금 요지 머레티는다 데네 다리가 자만 뇨르건에 회남 제이나 네이나 강로 뇨르건이나 레이그즈 이다나 그 다양 전쇼즈 니레레전다 회남 니레 자르야마이나 자이그즈티즈 뇨교언제 지금 다 디모가 데네 고제이나라는 지금 뭐 상마가 지금 직결이요 차가 직결이오늘 배낭 나초이나 데네 다 겸손나 데네 파르치 쓰하 권이다는 다 야지 차가가 쓰하 권이 디모 그다 조 코나시다는 디네급나 플로종 지기 하이기 고급 메찬을 디모진
until so I was born in 1962 and until I became 16 years old I had been a herder. I have been herding animals, and we at that time did not have educational opportunities, and most of the time spent herding animals, herding yaks. And that time life was hard, and it was very difficult to acquire clothing or food. Or if you want to buy any material, you need to buy this through using coupons. It's a coupon system. And also people, in terms of clothing, most of people are wearing the same clothes, quite uniform. In my case, in my case and my community, most of people were wearing sheepskin tubas.
다티 값스 그 나이나 다 냥탁브라 젠더 지가 요너레 데인디 니 푸섬도 치레잖아 다 남지가네 급나 야르지 니 체오레티다 조 토모자 니 르록나 그 아카롱르즈 이다니가 그 조가 소르경 야하이나 그 샹경 야하이나 티모지요 다니 또 다리가 마체가 오므게르제르고나 회스타타인 니 파말라 진더 젬뇽아 nga namjika nerkabna ta aklonjur ta batariga zo yahaz ka ta ngerjo to rewayenze hoina ngi phamayin na ja ngi ta khanir chigonje ta mayen baga ta ramoksu monje ta ko chamayan na ta mjoi chemsir zig ma to zemana ike rang mayang tariga ch sinmare ta tartayang tere
at that time as I was being a herder at that time, the ideal, the objective of my life was to become a great, fine herder. And I told my parents, I told my sisters and my relatives that what a great herder I wanted to be. I also, especially at that time, my model was what I call my uncle Longdru. He was a great herder. He looked after his animals very well with the care and with the compassion. So I wanted to emulate him. At that time, we didn't have any opportunity to learn to read or write or anything. So that is my idea was to become this perfect herder, and I told my parents that.
살 지마 롭 지지게 디서 드네 지 띠왕즈거 다 롭총 다나 드네 다 롬장 다 데소 점기 야라 이게 돈너레 다 이긴 돈게다야 시르던 거 땅선 거 왕도 셰네나 다리 로르기 로잉거 디츠 로르거 잠즈겐데 롭총 로지그다 롬장 로스음 데모즈고 요레 인나양이 파르치르 다리 로 릉아 잠즈 막도게 지금 돈기 거그 이화즈 다리게 요노마리
So then at 16, when I was 16 years old, I went to school. I went to a primary school and secondary school, and this was, by today's standard, this is the 9-year compulsory study. This would have taken 9 years. 6 years of junior school and 3 years of secondary school. But I finished it, had the chance, I had to finish it within 5 years.
다 디kam나 쳬나베 양 코네탕 저기 냠레 칸세 이다나 다가 다 회나 족 냠소 시기다나 대전다는 저 얼러 냠내 쉐죠. 근데 고시암 냠도 쉐죠. 다 디모근 소알람 냠도 롱쇼네 로몽보스간 거송으로 따더니 지 회낭아 안드진정나 족다 섬자야르면 다리 종초이다는 디 겸상근 나나요제 근데 다 롭자는 게 있는 지금 롭자 이화즈기 돈 말에 다 지금 인지 이게 다는 대전다는 다나 워기 이게 양 롭층가 뎁거나 메톡나다 다 디모스가 책원제 근데 지금 로종 여보스 다네요 말에 디 딱버 젠다나다 지금 롭마 판상가 var다 가메이 젠다 대전다는 지금 라당만자 바이다 로종 여하위 지 고스크 여하즈도 레송 말에 옛날 네 롭장 조사가 저다나 다 맘바즈가 니 니랑가 아캄 탈로즈 이조 당이 티 롭총다 롬장 돈비네르금나 니 푹섬저고 나무게르다 맘바야 하즈다 워번야 하즈다 용나 삼교 떠연 덴딩이 지마르 직초비네르금나 직맘촌난 가지레 당아라 맘바즈 용송나 마토 점때베 지 시온라테네다나 자마즈다 르기마레 삼교 니 다리 삼스르떠연
Then I don't know if I'm sure many of you are not familiar with the sort of lifestyle during that time. During that time, at that period, we lived in communes and shared things through collectives. So we looked after animals collectively. We shared our products or dairy products, everything in a collective way. And that's how I spent for several years in this commune system. And then when I went to school, it's not like today's schools. We really didn't have any good sort of educational standards. I didn't, of course, get the chance to study English or study even Tibetan in my school. So we didn't get a really proper, good standard of education at that time. So we were mostly after mischievous conducts, things. But at that time, when I was going to the junior school and middle school, we had next to the school, there was a relative of mine who is a Tibetan doctor, a doctor of Tibetan medicine, who practiced Tibetan medicine. And at that time, my ideal was to become a Tibetan doctor like him. So that was what I wanted to emulate. In case I thought, in case I failed my exams, I thought that's what I was going to do.
다더니 신랑이 내 살롱다나 회랑 나라 살롱다나 지 총총한디가 푹숨 대전다나 지다 렌던 디모고 지 야 첨보다나 땅 자포양치야 연 말에 더는 코리익다나 그 슬랍소 대전다나 지 파마다 gergen 라소비 랑 마오에 그 갑쇼즈르고나 자가티 무쇼도 또 gergen드다가 그 랑 마체라 산노땅가 치론디 다 덴자즈 그 송요고
So at that time I didn't have any big ideals or objectives in my life, but this was how my ideals and my aims in life were determined by my own environment and by my sort of parental upbringings, and that's what it was like at that time.
다 롬정거 그 롬구 돈디다 더니 지맘 냠레 칸자근 기원도 냠도 더니 소알라 롱수슈 기견송데 말 메빠가 송에다나 그 식조이나 그 참마 게르소소 짜데나 파르처 다리가 단납 쇼커 여급근 소와다나 잠송는 르즈도 결송제 더니가 맘바 조지 마송도네 지마 다리 게고르 롭자세 ing수 사차가 다리가 다 롭자 그 그지즈 기야르지 토세나다 디모즈가 징초송제 더니 다티 롭자는데 징초티 그 마오네 급나 참마다리 롭총 그 gergen시 주 다리가 소총시 차레 디네르급나 당에 로니 섬즈가랑아 그 쪼도 그 gergen거 다 마오와나 gergen이 화즈 용고지레섬 다 디네르급나 알라 하장 여러분 조사 gergen즈가 더니 게 도르지즈게 더니 젠더 당 수제나 팔랑고자제네 티모콘드다가 가포 로 섬칠하까랑아 그 gergen거 샤발레니 할르게 다리 뭐 수삼거 시가야하 시릭 장그 티모즈요 다 nga lopchan dina thonde girgin shir gonje ngi maawam dan lam da matsig chigda ta girgin ya phas she samju ngi ya phusam de dari girgin shi ju rehmon tonzo.
Then came the period that we saw the collapse of commune system, the end of collectivization at that time, and the introduction of private household system, the privatization of animals. And then it's during that time I passed an exam to a teacher training school, which is regarded as one of the best schools, best sort of colleges at the time. And I passed the exam into that, went to this teacher training school, and there we had a teacher called Sir Dorje, who had the experience of teaching for about 20 years, and he was an amazingly good-natured and kind-hearted teacher, an incredible teacher. And then the ideal of my life then became to be able to be a teacher like him in the future, and to be able to teach and communicate, convey knowledge like this great teacher, and that he became my model at the time.
Tarkaptena de janaq shushuk sur gom che kirchchi chi ngamale chongzut ke yawa ta timoz de shongje ta tirkaps de ta woyer kur gomba soso lopcha soso ya ngonda manjawa ga yar charso sheki korku shong tani ta serta ga tangsang larong garze ki unda yangna chi gya cha tambaluni the sark tariga tap signere tiner kapna momos go marta yenaya jetene tari jagyonre ngachegi slopchan dong yo tsi tari kamje ge slopcha ze gi tin sam ge kamje gombate yang ta ngachu slopmak sarati ge slopcha to shirna tari tishyawo slopcha zre ta tin nga thondi the gomba the sart yara yang jang chogyo ge chomchen towe da tani gomba gar mangjig sar kun zik sawonde nga da tani slopchog devjin dengi gergin gare the tin sama tari ge songwe da na the lerka lemnyong.
This was a time during a period which was sort of a period of liberalization. The liberalizing policies were introduced, being implemented, and this is opening to outside policy was being implemented. And it is at this time there was the restoration and revival of Tibetan schools, and monasteries were also taking place. And we also took, at this moment, we also had the opportunity to, again, to sort of to start Larongar in 1980, and also Kanzi Monastery at that time, one of the monasteries there, which was also restored during this time. At this time, the teacher training school, teacher training college, many of us students in this teacher training college were involved in the restoration of these monastic institutions. And at Larongar was a new institution, and there were only few of us to begin with in 1980. Very few of us.
Shirna nga chongchong indi ne tani cha zo kitela muba chang yokendo. Tani ta ti nerkamna chi gomba so kya so shi kitana. Nga su gergen gare ga yang chi na Larongar la so bi yondon jodi kirondi. Ta yinching me nge martya gergen do zorga tani cha zo nar ga kiri same yang ni semla dar injer dokchen bozu shongso.
And then generally speaking, as a child, I did have the intention or I did have the wish to become a monk as a child. But as the restoration of monastic institutions, revival of Tibetan monastic institutions were taking place, and as I went to the teacher training school, then it came to me, the thought came to me that it became actually better to be a monastic teacher than a lay teacher. And then that inspiration, that kind of intention came to me.
Inang imatsega ta khwerna lamgo jimdor taba zaka tane je mawa martya girgen shiner ga ta cha zonar ga samdi to toba dan tevjin dana 지 강을 모스가 되게 드네 지마다리가 다 달로 그 공발 쪽송아 그 컴보 대바즈기오디 다 저런 거 자시 삼내 남조와 자시 정나가리 공거다림 컴보 지금 번송오 시네나 때라 ngofcho 용제 드닝이 측직되냐니다 그거 다르가라송에 자와이다나 다 달로니 지금 야차 야르가로 자존제더니 다바르드 그 로스음자담바나 가르트가 다단지
And at that time, I came to a crossing, a junction, sort of a crossing point in my life where I was in serious doubt. I didn't know which would be better, to be monk or to be a lay teacher. And I was in two minds about this at the time. And then at this time there was a Kambo called Kambo Deba who passed away this year, and he advised me to be a monk as soon as possible if that's what I wanted. He said you shouldn't dither about. You should become a monk as soon as possible, and he introduced me Kambo Yimi Pansola.
다더니 네 라롱 간데 나 토머 차르치 하장 득사래 드네 회나 올록 다리가 올록 중요한 말에 점저가 다리가 랑코르가 라미양요는 말에 대전도 지금 자마다는 니모초 있나요 파르치 다리 실리 니시야르면서 그 산스마 송에다는 또 랑가 뉴이 크로크리 야라용 옛날에는 때따위 도시야 고셔르근 안서고나라 학갑식근 코리그 쳤더나 당가른 거 선로더나 슬로준 거 거고 할르게다리 약보즈도 다 자윈 코리그는 드네 다리 배 만자바가 지금 런거 못세라 하장 지득단비 지진요 차가 드네 슬로준 거 거고 쇼송
At this time, during this time, Larongar was really, in terms of material facilities, it was in a very, very poor condition. There were no electricity, no proper transportation. Even if you have food provision, one needs to carry the load on foot for about 20 kilometers. I had to walk like that. So we really didn't have, in terms of material facilities, there was a total lack of it. However, in terms of as an environment, a conducive environment for learning, for studying Dharma, for learning, it was beautiful. It was, I regard it as, it was one of the most conducive environments that I had.
당아인나 당상 네 야르크자레다 종키른가레 야르금가레다 종키른가레 송에 드네 지 음지득 담비스탄모 모즈금 통고요 옛나양 네 때라 지금 셈라 하장 식진 첨보다나 대진의 여러미피 르모 증결금은데 네다 로총원을급나 지금 갑신 바르츠르그 디그리가 슬로종 시기원데 지금 남양의 런거 맞체가나 치 캬튼 박비 몬츠르비 그 여름스가 그 고알랭기요
So now I get the opportunity to visit some beautiful part of the world, and I get to come across some amazing, wonderful sights. However, I don't find them that enduring. For me, one of the most enduring and most unforgettable experiences is that when I had the opportunity to study under really hard conditions, and that stays with me, and that I find it most enduring in my life, and I regard that as one of the most positive things in my life.
다 당상에나 양 지금 나인나 샤와 지금 라다만자 모 제라 체원을 연래 디네 급나 통미 파르치 롭지 야르머즈가 지금 회나 늪디 마라냐 디스케럭 다리 마식지다나 대전도는 지금 늪팀 산모인 나라는 다 쳤었 다리 그 섬 지 디모리 막토에 다리 먹니데 다 연칭 민칭메 그 지금 나왔던 그 르그네다나 대전도는 지금 시샤 요도 담치다 런거 요급도네 그 존집시 기다려 로종 거다 디모 고급스 쇼뇽아
Now in my own case, nowadays I tend to be very busy in terms of daily undertakings. I get very, very busy. But I had about 10 years, at least about 10 years opportunity where I got the chance to study very hard. And at that time, for instance, I would leave, for instance, go to bed without even untying my sash. And we would stay up till 3 or 4 a.m. studying Buddhist philosophy and studying different fields, different sciences of Tibetan knowledge. And that was a very special time.
Tajima, the Cambodian Penso, Yana Rorsing of Shonitani, Ninguni Nachi, Chiwar Kajirda, Tomer Yahashi Marda, Yanaya, so the Da Kambon Gareta and its Soga, Skajir Gunner Zone. Then it Tominir Kumna, Da Wojid Nautan, Chuling the Sopara, Skat Kastanganena, the Chuchet of Shatia. When not Yanagan Sonatana, Nanchute Yoyonere, Yanaya, Lecture Gutch, Lojung Garanjan Janza, Tusum Gonsum Garanjan Janza, Tangana, Yachimbus, near Toyomare, Teni Kirondi, Zingatsu Tomi, that Wojid Nautonga, the Chu Nandonde, Ramji, that Yanak Mertiatan, Gumba, De La Sobitariga, Choksu, the Gumjera Shionre.
Then Kambo Jime Pencil visited Wutai-chan, the five-peaked holy mountain in China, and we had then I myself, along with some other Kambos, had to translate his teachings. At the time, we really didn't get to translate well, but that's where we started translating Tibetan Buddhist teachings. Firstly, we were translating orally, mostly through oral transmission. And of course, China itself has Buddhism, has a Buddhist tradition. But we were translating Buddhist teachings that were aimed to the laity, and of course as well as the clergy, and mostly focusing on contemplation and on sort of studying and listening to the Dharma, contemplation, and on meditation, so reflection and meditation, and on all these aspects we were translating to the Chinese laity.
Tadni nginguni na karishio na zuoda tani chi skajirta na to chuchen chati ga ngi mtsega nga jamba ga chi zomba mo da shawa mo mogir mo yong ason tene zonte zuoda tani lopchi shikyo lopchi shikyo tani zuoda skajir shikyo tini kayen ta skajir shikyo wando shina tani ngitena to ta skajir zeying de to hajang karchewori to skajir de yang ta 지 익톡나 도도 단단 거 차당 담바즈도 njokto 지장지는 더 머르거 저화스래 회나 당상 잠bol은 그 야급 소소가 르는다 양 판슨 jet고네나 조 익톡 거도 그까차 갑질 그 람락테니 바로 그 흥운통 그 상노데 야보즈도 고시 고탑제다 시탑제도 송화거 대신도는 또그 나수 출르거 왕도 신이나 양 추강롱즈도 tani jimchik ba zheng tela koshtok yang tak bozu shong goni na yang ti nangdun da yak bozu kodyo tela ragyaga ta yin na ta nga tsu mrig tsarlib garwa tang yarkib ga tsarlib garwa ter goji chanzi yin na ta ngibir da yang na paru tariga ti yike ga lam ga yang tak bazu da ta pir tabkyo da karche bozu ga songa ga
amongst my own duties, my principal duties, the one what I regard as my key tasks are teaching and translation. These are what I regard as the most important tasks in my life. And when it comes to the translation, I regard that it is very important to leave a translation, a written translation mark in a foreign language. If this is translation through translation, I understand translation as a very important medium of communication through between different cultures and different nationalities. Even in terms of world cultural exchanges, we must do so through translation. Likewise, when it comes to religious understanding, to the understanding of Dharma, to the true essence, to conveying the true meaning of Dharma, I understand that it's very important to translate correctly and clearly. And I think also to be able to convey and teach Dharma that transcends national boundaries or national cultures, then one needs to be able to implant these messages in that nation or in that culture's language. So this is why I regard translation very important.
네, 내가 스카이저나 다 이게 같은 거 저리온데라 디초 치망보즈 당는 다 파르치르 드네 다 시조그네 급나지 또 스카이저 그 이게 람거다리 네 이게 저리다나 대전도 나런 거저 곰즈르고난자가 저 냠렌즈르고나 때잠스 막독제면은 회나 담닐로 종아야르면서 선적거니 되네 잠발아지 회나 땅성가 카버다나 대전도나 다지 잠발아 팅저시게 디모 메빠가 회나 가랑나 요티 담자적부 담자단모종에다나 다 퍼치밀로 니신르즈 가랑아 되네 이거 지금 망잠스 다리가 시요.
So I pay specific attention to the written translation. I regard it one of the most significant things, duties of my life. And as such, that I spend most of the evenings I dedicated towards translation and towards my own dharmic practice, like meditative practices. So mostly, all my evenings are dedicated towards these two activities. In the activity, I have taken a private pledge not to be distracted by other activities. For instance, I would not spend time contacting other people or contacting other people on mobile phones or anything of that kind. But for 15 years now, at least about 15 years, every evening I have dedicated to these two activities, especially written translation.
Testabe, Gajir Yigirshitioga, Nala Gershik and Dragon Nipa Testavan don Yeder, Namangatsu Wiergo, Keba Ginen Chumperziore, the Pemadam Kebachimore. The Congo songs Ganana Chezakazena, Mungu Churgir da Loza, Tamchek of Gajana, Togungatsu, Da, Dan Trujima Chonchons the Gertanga. Tenichi do Shnagzeta, that's how you Katsan did you, where not Tamba Gata, Jet Timoyon, to Sama, then stuff chick the statue you on the Mundi Lozava Tamchek of Gajanje, that the song, did sig the Signons, Yenaya, ne Tomi Nerkipko, that a Yiga the Skagirshi, Cheron, and the Shitio and Della, Gershik Zerkona Dragon, Nipa Hajan Chimbos Tonyo. Chirizenena, ni Murgandana, Tejandana, Jango Samlos Kurgonina, Tang Niberjangi on the Yikigalam Kurko Martozem, Yikigalam Makona, Ter Jambas Kataka, Taranker Kachas Shatner, and Tezams, Kasna Deranga Matamchik, Paruru Samnota, Temato, the Yelanjagona, Hachan, Tariga, Kevin is Kiro Padre.
My motivation, one of the my sort of inspiration to translate came through the great scholar Gendon Chumpyo. He said something very brief, and this statement really sort of gave me the motivation to translate, to undertake translations, written translations. And he said somewhere that because of the great efforts and diligence of great Tibetan translators, the great Tibetan translators and masters, because of them, a Tibetan practitioner can get to learn and study and immerse in the scriptures of Sutra and Tantra on just a single mat, in a single sitting. And he said, he made a remark like that, and that remark became a motivation for me to undertake translation. I think this is definitely vital. Without translation, without the medium and the sort of mediation, this medium of translation, I think it's very difficult to communicate with other cultures and to import with other also cultural knowledge.
이게 tani 고름 조금 용철때 제거난 자가 테스타비 다 시름도 뇌소 상로탄나 다 이기르 잔다나 르네 잔거던 그 셈라 제탑고 삼가 치레제나 당선 다 지수롭자 치문나나 양 아츠고 그 송추 덤바 몽 회리냥 몽 요인제 대신도는 나다리 저크 몽 송아 티나나요 렘통 칸차가나나 친통친시이다나 덤바 몽인데 레타는 또 다리 알라원 잠스레 알라원 티 나나요니 낭둔도 나츠 다리가 조아 미 셈그리 길라 다리 판도나 알라원 때 다리 런탕남 담바스레 카르티 알라원 건 롱아지가 시초도 지금 덕종 시에나야나 티 돈데 나츠 머럽디 므탐체 그 세마 달룬 마트브지 잔즈 있나 딱때 무르지 잔즈다 그 캬브라메 바타바레 따때나 인치민치 나츠이나 그 디 상로 강롱즈 있나 자가 디 히럽 강롱즈도 랑거 질라라고 등이 할리티 그 거침보즈레 삼고요.
I understand that the wisdom of translation, when you have this experience of translation, then you realize that you learn so the wisdom of others or other cultures through translation, and that gives that becomes that very effective mode of communication. Otherwise, we do have, if we go around, for instance, around in Europe and around here, you have great scriptures and old texts on display, which I think is very important to preserve these Dharmic texts so well. But I think the most important thing is not to have it on display or in a museum or something. The most important is to get to learn what is within it, what's inside it. And that learning, that to be able to learn what's hidden within a scripture comes through translation.
당상가 내급나였나? 그 카르납거 다 네처 저도 화장 첨보라와 다링이 공도샤바리 드니 차킨 화장 두고서거니 차킨 화장 가르선대로이나 차차르 모요서래 다 가르선대로는 주 보이르나이나 자가 사자강나이나 레뇨르고나 레이고곤 말에 드니 레 녹강라고 뇨산나 초그래 레타나 텔라테니 맞춘 조아 말라 양 떼잠고 데치 다리 떼 탑고요 말에 양 샘는 거를 욕자다 샘는 건 난데 가서 대라 지망스 저거 뒤로 믹스라서 그거
As I said earlier, both in the east and west, there has been many dramatic changes has been taking place. With it, there's also many opportunities, many facilities in terms of material facilities. There's quite a diverse and plentiful of it. And even if we think of inside Tibet, if you want a certain kind of clothing or material, one gets to get all kinds of a diverse form of material in terms of clothing. But with these facilities, there's a discomfort, there's an unease of the mind comes with it. So not necessarily that we're mentally in a happy status.
다 데이터가 디럽텔라양 아주 워치 나왔던 제기원도 카르산테랑 드네 카르쇼쿠마이난자 너쇼쿠마이난자 드네 뭐카 참말라 판바토제르코나 까나레다 인나야 조 지금 셈그 쇼다나 대전도 아주 등을그 쇼나 뭐모모즈가 그 판토고연제 캬버등 잉운이나 드네 단도 쇼코 지금 유럽그 쇼코 미 셈컴 당네서 자가 nga charji tezem metana tar yanok shokdana tene tare asia go shok momboz ko tene semna ga chi dingurun radang mandra momboz do ta one jane go chi nawa sanji pichu chabrda yang chi wogin nangtan do ta rigbi hajang tak ji jan zigna te tak zoba dana chanri ki chirtar tak ji jan zigna tela nupa me pa do ta nga chu ranga khapshi zamz ma yim ba gane tung hongu tok rachud yong 대등 잡아찬 거 되네 지금 따때 런거 지금 셈라 서라 냠슬랭기 잔지나 뭐뭐즈 그 리당 셈거 등을 다리 셈조시즈레 따때 있나 지금 닝군이 있나 미 총총즈 그 삼바 침보즈 종에다나 지금 更따리양나 딴더 초 머리가 장거 다리 까토아 저는 있나 되네 지금 거기나 야나 거간도 초 다리가 다 지금 스카릭 침보다는 머리 모원즈레 대름지 마원을 끝나다 다 인지 라속바더니 다 멍멍보즈가 판 토시치였었니 그 런기 지금 다 삼천은 로티모레 막도 되면은 네 지금 저리야다 지금 총거 제다나 되니 지금 냔작가 제다나 점선 잔다 아무기라 잔 지금 요 말에
and Tibetan Buddhism, and in this sort of age of plentiful material, plentiful and mental unease, Tibetan Buddhism seems to be quite beneficial to mind as well as to alleviate suffering. I can't say that in the West, and of course I can say it helps everyone. I can say that, and also in terms of the West, I don't have that much experience. But in terms of Asia, I have a certain degree of experience, and I can say that it really does help people alleviate certain mental stress and deal with their life problems. And also, when we look at Buddhism, especially Tibetan Buddhism, it is not something that cannot be questioned. It is a religion, a philosophy that can subject to analytical reasoning, that can be subject to critical questioning, and through this critical questioning, analytical reasoning, and we seems to be finding that a beneficial aspect of Tibetan Buddhism. And this is why I undertake translations. I'm a minor, a small person, but with a big ideal, thinking that if I get to translate, get to communicate, convey these messages, it would benefit people. And especially if I could translate this into other languages, especially I translate it into the Chinese language, and Chinese is spoken by a large population and by lots of peoples in a way. So that's why my intention to translate, to undertake Chinese translations is for this reason. And maybe through Chinese translations, it could be translated into English language and so on and so forth. It is through this intention to benefit others and to convey the other benefiting effect and impact of Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism. This is my intention. And otherwise, of course, it's not a financial gain, it's not my intention, or reputation is not my intention.
네, 쇼치가 완도시나 가수 보크 가익다나 르그닌도 소인나 하장 랑깅 산로타나 로몽즈가 로종시기 고름 쳤다나 단더 지 치ren탕나 잡자라즈레 당상 결급 모고나 드니 응우제 샹톤 강속소 지로나 당문이 지 쿠낭돈도 고송이나 다 텔레 캬브람 박바리 삼교 때요 다 옛날에 아주 워크도 워익도 지금 머르 뇽뇽 그다나 다총 쉣고니나 때 다리가 탑간 지타네야나 깔레 커보요 사즈레 때 있나 가티 때 머르 다 총총 그간다 지금 머르 쳔보즈 그까토가 비르토인지 있니나 남지근에 금난 수 머르 그까당 이겐도 수 냠조지 있나 니 난돈 포좀 소반도 때네 머르 아장 그까토나 요네야 로암 지적 네가 바르다 데라 반바요 지르고 산네 데닝이 지르춘 가레다 좀춘 가레가나나 데네 지 머르 심말라 다리 반비치인 제 망보셈용
and then I through learning having immersing myself in Tibetan language and culture I regarded Tibetan then I come to regard and consider Tibetan language and culture priceless. And I see the need to preserve it, to sort of communicate its values. And in the sort of exhibitions and galleries in the West, you see Tibetan Buddhist and scriptures being preserved and in display. And I think it's amazing if the message is also being communicated. I think that would be of great significance. But I think when it comes to if we regard Tibet, it's a minor. The population is very small. It's as a sort of minority, as a minor sort of nationality. It's very difficult to guarantee the preservation of one's culture. And then if I translate it into the language of a major or of a big, a dominant nationality, I think the Tibetan wisdom and Tibetan culture will go on living in different languages. And this is why, one of my another intention, motivation to translate. And I also in my prefaces to my translations and my own works, I express my own intention, motivation, saying that even if it does not benefit this generation, a current generation, I say I hope it will, my translations and my work will benefit the generations to come, to the future generations.
다 마음 안 가서 르그는도 tani yin rung wara ne thap ta ma thap tani kang chi than na yang ta re tok ba kang er mang bo yo ko re chire zena tan di chu thong thong z garang na shir jang lang gar tang na hoi na nga ma tani ngo chu khabar dan di mo lam gane na phansan tani tab dam chung ga lam ne ta ri ga ta kharsan de ra amuk sur ke ne kharnam ni ga ina ja gan jam bo lang go ma tham se kam rera shi ki or tab de bo go song re 대전도는 다 코리크 르네 초탐치됐나 당선 가리게 되나 르네 잔게랑 그자건데 다 졸릭 서지슨 쳤다나 만나 다리건데 당 수다리 짐처저 고난자가 당럽 근처치게 뒤럽는데 되네 그런 다 당선 잠올은 코리크 탐쳤다 되네 가릭 쳔보 가릭 총총 탐쳤 말은 결ኛ 취기다나 머릭 쳔보당 야급 쳔보거니 되네 잠올은 것도 그 야급 다 총총 대소 탐쳤다 라라라 다리건 측준 잠은 잠종게 라라 다리가 잠했다 동게 따띠라서 바거 육전 자당만 자자다 되네 장사용 간사용 너리 뒤쪽 근저와다 문다 만자고 묵서 잔즈 뜨고디 나촐라 다리 샘크 몸보즈 요거래
Therefore there is doubt and anxiety for us regarding the durability of Tibetan culture, the stability of Tibetan culture. We live in an age of internet and electronic communication technology, but still then we have the angle, the aspect of what some people call cultural imperialism, where we get to see these dominant major cultures assimilating and dominating minor cultures. And so with minor cultures and sort of also dominant nationalities once again sort of showing their predominance over minor people, sort of national groupings or nationalities. And for this reason, there are, as we're concerned, there are anxieties.
다 배나 가상 대랑 그디서야나 엔지 르갸급 그 사근 코릭 된자 침보즈 말에 모양 파르치르 답시진 적든 야르머 뭐 된자 몽보즈 말에 레다는 다 지송 그 스캇드 와연 그근 잠몰는 거 왜나가 조 남절란 그네나 되니 엔지 까드 되니 다 르갸급 다 사차 하전 용식도 막 도제만 가상 아다리 그 요요였던나래 대신도 니 르네다는 산로 너쇼코다리 베나 로닌 다 같이긴 나라는 단 잠오는 것만 탐치 그 스타가 요네 다 디무그 디르즈 송원제 뜨인나 카르틴디 잡중 그 카쇼 할레티 근 잠오는 것만 탐치라 판바 요는즈이나 다 대양 다리가 용든즈 요래 레타는 디다 몸통의 거다 가수 장는 거 지금 머르 냠총다나 대전다 까잉 냠총 치망보즈 되네 remji 단 직든데네 파로스 다리 큰 조건제
So, for example, if we look at Great Britain, it's in terms of territory, it's very small. In terms of population, it's very small. But its language is very powerful, influential, dominant. And in terms of its spread and dominant predominance of its culture and language is huge. If a good film comes out, one needs to sort of, through itself, it illustrates and demonstrates the dominance of language and culture. So this, if maybe is something, there could also be, of course, benefiting things that happen, that has got sort of global beneficial effects. It might be, if that's the case, that is good. But also it has this negative impact where sort of weak or minor nationalities and languages gets totally overwhelmed.
당아 진던 거 전통 강가래 송디 드네 이게 가래도 다 직된들 시차르 이게 제이다는 값신 것당 티모프지요 지즈레 다 남인다 템 통치론디 니 냥나라요 지금 조트메 비 나즈크 차즈크 초라 김보티 모즈듬 정건도 거 또이나 다 초라 다 드이나 다리 대랑 드네 야나 키르남발라 거롱저코나 레지나 드네 마온르금나 드네 지금 머르기나 다 세나 거르나 참마거 쟈크마 참마거 쟈크마나 먼저가요 말다 있나요 맞추 잠보는 거 머르소 탐치 그 줄긴 가이 너소 니버장가나 중축고 타다 드네 시험바 탐치 그 ndala 수상록던 거지스 레삼가 카르티 스카탄 이게다 잠보는 거다 머르 강롱즈 그 납송이나 데네 존테 담 개발남 그 송아르다다 머르티가 다 체쪽 탐칫 보고 족송들이 챗송들이 데네 존테 단 직된 감디 머르티라 할레티 그 차추다는 요던 요지잔지나 틱줄긴데라 또 라나메피 데네 지 흥역주 그 여스케리 요던 망보즈고 나야나 데네 존테 나춘주아미 시쿨리르탄가 다 럼지테 쯧송들이 다 데인정나 데네 참멘디 타다 수암록당 거고
It's good, of course, one can speak Chinese or English, whatever language, but I think, sorry, I've forgotten. Every time when I visit a museum or a gallery, sometimes I come across a display or a label saying extinct language. And that gives me a sharp pang in my sensibility, a huge sharp pang, and it really worries me. So, of course, if you speak Chinese or English, that's good, but my wish, my appeal to all of you is that to respect, to research, to work towards the preservation of languages and cultures of minor peoples, minor nationalities. I think this is vital. As great scholars say, once a people's language disappears, then the life force of that people vanishes. Then that people comes to an end. That civilization comes to an end. And I think this is really true. And what is happening is that when a language disappears, then with it we lose the wisdom and the beneficial effects and impacts of this culture accumulated over years, and that disappears and that vanishes with it and from this world. And therefore I would like to appeal all of you towards the preservation of languages and cultures of weak peoples, of weak nationalities, of minor nationalities all over the world.
다 동랑이 디스타츠르드 무르스라디나 데니 나츠 조르징그나나 치 캬퍼 캬추당 담베 데니 런탕거 따와 몽즈다 데니 공시 몽즈 요교운도 창매 종급다 접종실고지다 데니야 지 당선거 사르토 그러나 반다양 나메 담은저게 창매디 타다 존는 실고 데니나 사르토 딱 조르진니간도 당리 가라스타르다나야 동거던거 사르토 코나다 사르지 코나랍 상롭당지디나 마츠 조르진 납소나 남지가 내ርከ나 데 로아마생데게 신더 양지 다 릉거랑 락비 데네 셰파 포르타바즈은 기르 닌카 쳔보레 데나 단데네 조 삼스르텔라 데네 조르진거 르그닌더 중축거 마지 스탕더 데네 다리 다 데르미르치고 임던더 쇼드네 데네 당성거 더가 찬르 락스리 인나자가 당럽거 르그니 ndsola 데네 더가 로아마 릉거 날람텔라 단 페지게 쳇더 좀바디아 쳔보 셰나 하장 야보레 삼고요.
My idea, my thinking is this, that we make an effort to preserve what is valuable in traditions, in traditional knowledge that is accumulated over years, over thousands of years. These valuable things must be preserved, and an effort must be made. But of course, along with embracing the new, so tradition and innovation sometimes comes into conflict with each other, but not necessarily always conflictual. We must learn and preserve the wisdoms and the values and the sort of priceless merits of the tradition, whilst embracing innovation, whilst embracing the knowledge of the new, for instance, science and technology, and all this, in embracing this in a way so that the path of humanity is progressive in such a way that it embraces this both of these aspects, both forces.
Tanim jigdo ta terang ge chachig zo wogid nangtum zeonina ta wogid nangtum ge samlo ta ge donda ni kernan bala ta ge zhuzhi ge tsarzer gona ja ge kernan bala ta ge nyongdi zge ji.
Finally, today's other theme is the Tibetan Buddhism, and I would like to just present two themes briefly to you as a suggestion, two themes touching Tibetan Buddhism.
당이 롭쳤다는 로중고 고름 초터 니빠지가 오깃 나통라 턴노 마임비 차추즈고 교치레제나 값이 돈나르단 제인직된 나호이즈곤제 대동 자와짱거 후수도 데네 회르담 케바즈긴남 케바디 칸에 찌르트르샤파진다 돈 란톡 따테 냠슬렌제 수나통거 갑텔라 지 투삼 굼삼 제게 투밥 굼밥 삼바제기 연제 양나다리가 때지 캡슨 장슴 제이다나 람 케버르게 데네다리가 랑거 금슛 예화즈기다 즈다리가 잔납 송우 샤바가 잠팡거 샤바 저병 제기 연제 대진더 스탑 굼 쇼슴 제이케로다 스타와당 굼밥 쇼바 제기도 ndur스랍디나 케바즈기네 존테 랑양 다림 케바디 람데 치이다 데니 그 잔라 판밥 접죠 단도 지 오늘 장에 그지 당상 롭자 침보다는 대진도는 지 사천 가린가리나 아다 카시크 타카 할르지 그다리가 케바 침보다는 작천이 나라나 양 홍스 돈 락랭거 당다나 대진도는 샤와 랑거스나 거리치는디 양 지 카시아나 마토제면 돈 디잠즈다 다 머신이 데모고양 네스르 망오즈건제 데인나가 추오진나 땡거 뭐카 참마가 카시 돈든 제르고나 강즈가 왕보름바 자담만자 몸보 요레다 옛나요 플락수 난둔데 tene ta gyachar gyade yana chamaz dana tene chi khatwa shat no do ton thwar dan da ton thwar dan no da jana dare phambab jupju nimu lakso nandon zu nge yin sam gyo tene na cherna ba soina karsang terang da dari tene sharnap ko ta jenye song tene shokang ta kana tene chi lamne na de chargilen gone na jimjik shir gone na hajang dari tab de bore tene na namba su de yinda mang ka ta ko tene bojin nang tang ka laksu nandon tela
Through my own experience of studying Tibetan Buddhism, learning Tibetan Buddhism, one of the unique features of Tibetan Buddhism is what Tibetans say, kapshil tonlarniwa, which is to practice what one preaches, to implement what one preaches. Or to behave in the way that one preaches. And these are conveyed through what Tibetan Buddhism is teaching is not necessarily just rhetoric. It is something practical. It must be something that is implemented. Hence we will have phrases like tu samagum, which is learning and reflection and meditation. These three aspects of learning Tibetan Buddhism. And also we have Targum Hgyulsum, again, view, Buddhist view, and meditation practice, meditative practice, and Hgyupa, and the conduct. They're all interrelated, and they're all implemented within this way. And then we will have another phrase called the Kirtan Jansam, which is a practitioner must practice, must embrace Buddhist Tibetan Buddhism through learning, through disciplinary sanctity, through probity, that is, and then through the practice of kind-heartedness. And these are so. In the West, for instance, in the modern sort of academic environment, of course, they're great teachers with an amazing erudition and great teachers who teach and who give incredible lectures. However, when it comes to practice, there seems to be an absence, a lack of practice between what one preaches and what one believes and what one practices. And when it comes to Tibetan Buddhism, this is vital. The link between what is taught, what is thought, and what is practiced is absolutely vital. Hence, kapshil tonlarniwa, and what one must practice, what one preaches, and what one preaches must benefit others. Must benefit other sentient beings. And this is a unique characteristic of Tibetan Buddhism. And my suggestion is that, my sort of appeal is that all of you are researchers, scholars, and some of you investigating Tibetan Buddhism and things, and maybe one might need to investigate if this is the case.
tani nangchu go wojid nangtang go pamo mayimbi kyachu do tani janba to nruwa mo to jeba gurgi nandra go tani raptu chungwa nandra go te mayimba go tana tandru yanchu go jan go tunchup kyo to go songmonri di zawa de to go wojid nangtang go lokso go songmonri ta lokso de kang ne yongzhe zena tangsang zambo na Lopcha Chishu, Chi Ngashu, Tene War Nalantre. Tene War Nalantre ne Chuju de Ramji, Tene Warrior Katariga, Ta, Lopcha, Chishu, Ngashu, So that if Sami Manjur Sami, Tene Xilakan Tere. 다 되니는 밥진도 아주 곰바 소소라 치게 기롱에 다 곰바 있나 당선 가리급 상로다나 지금 곰바즈기도 다 런커그 말을 고야베다나 그 자와 자메 창가리도 능거 지금 등등의 막도제면 지금 그냥 그 균소관지이다 균소고샤와 머줍주 지금 다 록동가리 당선 맞수다리긴 코린 가리나 티모 요건지다 똥누니가 지금 어제 나왔던 그 돈라 차지 요는다 짐지 요는스 그 세이키로나 티모스 그 다리가 송은 말이 뜻이잖아 그런가 망해야
The second unique feature of Tibetan Buddhism is, but Buddhism practiced by laity or clergy, is to benefit others and to work for the benefit of others. And this is the main objective. And this is the main aim and objective of the Buddhist monastic education system, which can be traced right back to Nalanda, the great Nalanda University in India, which is regarded as the oldest university in the world. And from Nalanda, the tradition was transmitted to Tibet, to Sami Monastery, the earliest monastery in Tibet. And from Sami Monastery, it spread to other monastic institutions all over Tibet. So some of us, some people are saying, might be thinking that Tibetan monastic institutions are just there where some shaven-head monks just sit inside and do some religious practice. And it seems to be sort of a, there's the link between society and the monastic institutions are broken. But this is really not the case. If you look at the true sort of objective of it, is that to benefit others.
다 가리 산로 회나 곰바세 기타 지 랑아야라 지 손데 셰차다나 대전도는 지 초드민 초차가 지 디무 코릭스가 산록던 게 야거다 다 대양 곰비 차시 용시스레 수다리 곰바즈근도 기온도가 되는 락수가 라바즈다 락수는 코릭스 전도원제 대인나 나주 워지 나왔던 그 타르트그 음기는데 다 창마가 리심라다리 판바르테 조대연 그러나 아주 가선대로 라롱 가르게 있나 되네 지다 쉬운 거 차리야라 그지즈도 좀 통보 돈이 그런데 되네 야이리 있는자 워이리 있는자 그 사샤 소소소소 송아 그런 되네 지 랑거 쳇다 랑거 지 게르제다 랑거 톱 나탕다나 지 산냐적 니모탐치나 돈도 머니를 고거네 되네 창마라다리가 되네 로츠시기다나 창마라다리 럭주시기고 또 가선대로 맞수 다 출고 로종가 너나 타바침부 출고 되는데 인디 냠치 타르트 받는데 손제 근데 그러나 닝원이나 다 말로 때네 토머 로종시 바가 ngu존에 따가버 다 파르치다리거 데간데네 말로 섬친르지레 니나 지금 수암록당지 와양타연 샤워 접지 양태연 단 니초도 지금 강을다나 지금 대전다나 지금 가츠 자다만점 차나리다 옛나요는 또 지금 책에 나나 찾막지지 말에 강스타리 맞수 지금 아젠라다리 판박 좀나 너 지금 하장 가르쳐와들에 뛰는 거요는 지금 무슨 라슌군 코리스가 지금 쳇도 먹게다나 때라 지금 답필 잠수다 로종 좀 많이 봐가 가선다랑 잠보는 것다나 뭐뭐뭐 그 리심라다 그 가르니 하장 최고디데 단 내라다리가 판바주의 샤워 죽고요 정리했던 게 어느 지금 랑그 초르나 잠라요 지금 다 야침보 들고나 까모레다나요 지금 차 미진 그랬던 거네 뭐뭐 그게요나 리심나 지금 여러 야침보 좀 정담 좀 말해
and the monastic education system, we might think that some people might think that it is just for saying prayers and undertaking pujas and lighting butter lamps. But this is some of the aspects, but it is not, these are not the main aspects of a monastic institution. The main aspect of a monastic institution, the main feature, the main function is that it is an educational environment. It is an educational environment in which it instills the intention to benefit others, to help others. And this is the main fundamental aim of the monastic education system. For instance, in Larungar, also when students finish their learning and go and venture outside, go to other places to teach, the main thing is that not out of self-interest they teach. Try to teach with the intention to help others or to make other people learn, not out of self-interest, an interest for material gain or an interest for one's reputation. This is not the main intention. And for myself, I have been a monk and studying in my own Larungar institution for now 30 years. And over these 30 years, one came across, of course, faced hardships in life and encountered all sorts of challenges in life. But that happens, that's nature, way of life. But what I was motivated by is the intention to benefit others. And so this is, in terms of Tibetan monastic institution, the intention, the motivation to benefit others is of paramount importance. And this applies not only just for monastic institutions. This, of course, applies when it comes to global beings, all over people or human beings all over the world. When I came to the West and everything, is the intention to benefit other human beings, both mentally and physically.
Tani jigdo tsakachigjiyo. Tse tsakachigjiyo cherezena. Nga tso musdan sayna, tso yugirim gchota. Tani jig tangre ta jig deshchikan soala jortiyan yoje. Tangre yang kardikam changla tigdiyan yoje. Gang taryang na rang jig shirabla tene dana. Taga matsig nanga 강다 강 차장나 때 니버도 기드코비 비름즈긴디 랑기 탐케당 시럽라 때니 때 람치리가 따디 람치르실리데 조지 강아 특나야는 점바 침부 마시 셈때 하루 데모르키보다 셈이는데 그냥 소보 왁 페바 데스타비 응한다 조지긴나 지 당선거 있나 자가 마체는 거 직샤와 강 있나 지 쳇도 지그랑아 지금 물론 맡아봤다나 돈은 맡아봤지 침보도 요 말에 내가 아주 다 오게나타나 지금 냠는지 계속 오늘에 추대 냠는 somos 못한데 되니 남식은 이렇게나 지금 샤와 강아 특나양나 띠 등근은 그 소라 요요늘에다 요나야나 소라 된지 잡고 매되나 지금 강따령 샤완데 저 탐치다나 되니 시럽다르단 비고 랑도르시죠 니바다르단 바스는 저지요늘에네 된디 참아 결남바였나 되니 너르지그 참아라 되니 다리금 지도 리심 다가 데모 용화다나 리심 데탕 용위 다가 문던지기인 가전치
lastly for all of us in the journey of our life one comes across periods of hardship, one comes across period of happiness, of course we all experience this, but to deal with these experiences, especially the challenging phases of one's life, we have certain wisdoms and methods. And this wisdom, in terms of Tibetan Buddhism, and this wisdom is that to have a relaxed mind, to have an open, easy mind, to be able to embrace challenges in life. So to take it easy, maybe that's translator's input, but we have this wisdom that is gained through what Tibetans call nyamlin, experiential practice of Dharma. And so lastly and finally, I would like to, and through this sort of method of wisdom that brings relaxation, openness, and a sort of equilibrium to one's mind. So lastly, I would like to wish you all a sort of relaxed and a happy mind and body. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kambo, for that wonderful talk. It was really very inspiring to hear about the process and the duration of your life, which has spanned so many amazing experiences.